So hi, welcome to the Good Noise Podcast. I'm Shane.
I'm Glory.
And we're here with.
I'm Michael from the Villa, and woe is me.
And we're asking some questions to say about their new EP, Save Yourself. So congrats on that, by the way. How do you feel about the response to it so far?
It was cool. It had some ups and downs, but it took a while to finally get it out. But it finally we got there. We got.
I saw you guys open for Scary Kids Scaring Kids forever ago, it feels like now. And
yeah.
The EP came out. Like I feel like the EP should have come out sooner than that, right? Like
Absolutely. It should have came out way before that. We just we had, like I said, it's hard not to go into like crazy details or like throw anybody under the bus, but it was very frustrating trying to get that EP out, but it is what it is, you know.
Well, it's here now and it rips.
Oh, absolutely.
I appreciate that. We put a lot of time and effort into it, so it was cool to finally see it out when it actually happened. So
hell yeah.
Sure. So is there any meaning behind the EP title or cover
art? Yes. So Save Yourself is like, so basically, gosh, it's tough because I'm trying to get back into the mindset of the Villa, I guess, real quick, because I've been so focused on like what was me and stuff like that. But basically, like Save Yourself is like it's kind of a term that we kind of like came up with, like you see yourself as like this is like this holy being, almost like when it comes to religion, or like maybe like somebody that's like I don't really want to like offend anybody or anything like that, but like what like a lot of times, like with me, I grew up in like a Christian household and everything like that, and like grew up around religion and everything, and like it's like this save yourself to me, I guess, is like those people that like somebody that's just very much involved with religion, that sees themselves like kind of on a pedestal, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So like just sees themselves like is like as better than somebody else, you know, and and kind of uses God as like, you know, a crutch in a sense. So
makes sense.
So yeah, and actually the place, kind of cool backstory about the place that we shot the album art at is actually like this old kind of like this old like cult compound. It's not really like in use anymore, but there's people that still own it, but it kind of got like shut down, but like they even have their own like vault, like with like their own currency and all this crazy shit, but like it's right outside the town that I grew up in, and I like drove by it one day, and because I'd heard about this place, and I was like, I've never seen it or driven by it, so I was like, it's kind of right outside where I grew up and everything, but I was like, I want to see what this place is about, so I just did a little drive by in this place, and I saw it, and I was like, oh my god, like this is crazy. Like I was like, I have to do a shoot here, like I have to shoot here, like something for like the Villa. So anyways, our photographer, I hit him up and I was like, hey man, would you want to just come out here and just kind of wing it, and like maybe feel like there weren't really like any like no trespassing signs, like it's kind of just open, there's a gate and like a road, but like I was like, would you want to kind of just wing it and just maybe like just stay on the outskirts, and maybe we can just like get a picture like in front of the gate or something. He's like, let's just do it, let's do it. So we drove up there, and we're kind of like sketched out because like we didn't want to like, you know, we didn't want to like get in trouble or anything. We didn't want somebody to come out and be like, what are you doing here, kind of thing. But we got out, we took a couple shots around the gate. We actually started walking around like the compound, and there was like just this random fountain there, and there was a guy. We turned, and all of a sudden there's this guy sitting by the fountain, and we're like, oh, we didn't see him when we pulled up, like,
Yeah.
so Garrett, our photographer, was like, dude, just go talk to him. He's like, the worst thing that can happen is he can just tell us to leave. And I was like, okay, you're right. So I was like, let's go talk to him. So I went up and talked to him. He was like, hey, how's it going? And I was like, I explained what we were doing. And I was like, this is a really cool place, everything. He's like, actually, my grandfather built this place. And I was like, right, cool. So so he just kind of told us like the backstory and everything about it and everything. And like, he was just basically out there just like reading by the fountain. And we asked him if we could just take some pictures just around. He's like, yeah, that's fine. And like I told him that we played music and everything, and we just wanted to get a couple of cool shots if that's okay. And I was like, there's probably no way we can shoot inside the facility. And he's like, nah. He's like I'm not. He's like, even though my grandfather built it, he's like, I'm not the property owner.
Mm-hmm.
So like, you'd have to get permission from the property owner, and they have like this whole like house too. Like there's this big house with like this like bridge and everything. And I was just like, this is ridiculous. Like I've never seen anything like it. But like, but anyways, we just took a couple of cool shots around the compound, and I was like, this is just like the perfect setting for like the cover of the villa and like what we were kind of like going for.
That's so fucking awesome.
I'm very happy to hear that the guy was chill, because I don't know, a mysterious man sits by a fountain randomly. No, thank you, man.
Well, here's the thing, like after after they saw that the album was released, some of their like family members saw on Facebook, and they like kind of like flipping their shit. They were like, we didn't know you were in actually like kind of a big band. Like we didn't know this was going to be put out there, published and everything. They were trying to get us to take it down, and we were like, nah, that's okay.
No,
we don't want to.
Not. Yeah.
I mean, it's already out there in the world. Like we can't. What do you want? We can't take it down. Like we're not going to go to like Spotify and be like, hey, can you remove this? Like, nah.
People on the internet said we shouldn't use this image.
Yeah. And I was like, literally, you gave me permission. You literally told me I could take the pictures. So I don't know what to tell you. And he's like, same guy was reaching out, and he's like, look, some of my family members are upset that you took pictures of like the compound and everything. And I was just like, bro, you told me I could. I don't know what to tell you. So
exactly. It's a little late for that.
Yeah. So whatever. We were kind of just like, yo, we're sorry. Like we don't want to like disrespect anyone, but like, like that's on you, man. Tell your family that you gave us permission. So I don't know what to
exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So can you tell us a little bit about your writing process for the CP?
Yeah. Let's see. Sorry, I'm having to go back.
That's okay.
You're
good. God. We did the album with or we did the EP with Kyle Odell. He's out of Nashville. He's awesome. He's done some really cool stuff. He's done he's just a super talented dude. And we had another guy named Zach who actually helped co-write some stuff. And actually, I don't know if you know, do you know the band Loveless?
Yeah, we interviewed Julian.
Yeah. So Julian actually helped write. He co-wrote the chorus of Save Yourself. So.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So Julian like came in and like when we were writing that song specifically, I'll just kind of touch on that one. Like the actual song Save Yourself, we were sitting in the studio for like 2 days, and we just could not come up with like a sick chorus. Like we tried everything. Like we recorded like 20 different like takes and like all this stuff. Like we just couldn't like nail down a solid chorus that was one that felt right, that we were like, okay, there it is, chorus. So Zach ended up hitting up Julian and was like, hey man, can we just throw you this song and like just see if you can just like spit something off the top of your head. Like we want to call it like Save Yourself. Like just use the word Save Yourself, incorporate Save Yourself into the song somehow. And then he sent it back, and we were like, there we go. That's it. So yeah, it was cool to have Julian like on the a part of the like writing process for that. And Zach was absolutely amazing. He's in a band called Dead Eyes. And so the writing was like really cool. It was fun. Like, just like, it was very, just very like laid back. It wasn't like stressful at all. Like Kyle and Zach made it very like just like fun, and like we got along with those guys very well. So the writing process went really smooth. Like I said, like Save Yourself was the one song that we were like, we need a chorus, and we can't land on it, but Julian stepped in, and grateful to have him be a part of that. So
you guys went to the right person to write a chorus.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
So would you be able to tell us a little bit about where your headspace was at while you were creating this record?
Yeah. It had, so a lot of the villa is kind of based around like my issues with like religion, and like my kind of like stepping out of that, and like just kind of like religious trauma that I've like had to deal with and like go through. So but I also wanted to incorporate, I wanted to not just focus on that, but like, kind of in a way challenge people, like not just with religion, but to like question their views, and let it be known that it's okay to like question your views. It's like, you've been taught something your entire life, and you think that like that's the only right way, then or it might not be, like just do your research, like get out there, discover other people, other cultures, and everything. So, and I grew up in this like little small bubble, this just really small town in the middle of nowhere, Georgia. And I'm very grateful that I was actually able to get out of that bubble and kind of like witness other people, other cultures, how people do things, and like just know that like, hey, how people do things in this little small town in Georgia, that's not the only way, like there's so many other things like that to see and like witness. And like a lot of the villa, just religion definitely plays a big part in the villa, and like how like just my issues with it, and just like I said, like getting out of that and just like coping with like my religious trauma and everything, and just realizing that like, man, like this thing that I thought my whole life, like these things that I believed my whole life are just like just coming to terms with like, man, it's all bullshit. Like, like, and I don't say that to like, like at least in my opinion, like I don't say that like, I'm not say that to like upset anybody or offend anybody. Like if everybody has their own walks in life, and that's totally fine. But like, just for me personally, that's kind of where I'm at with it. Like, and like, that's where I got a lot of the inspiration for the villa. So
I completely agree. Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
So how do you recommend your fans to listen to this EP for the first time? Should they do it in the car with friends, in the dark with headphones on? Is the workout EP, party EP? What do you personally recommend?
Gosh, I don't know. That's a very unique question. I've never been asked that.
Thank you.
I would definitely say just a full blast in the car. Hopefully some people aren't listening on their phones. Like, hopefully they're just playing over their phone speakers. But yeah. I would say start with I don't know. I would maybe say start with "Bad for Me," and then
that song's so catchy.
Into it. So I'll maybe start with that one, and then just go from there, I guess. Also we have a video with that one, as we were able to do a video with that one as well. So if you want to see some visuals, I guess you watch the video too.
Oh yeah. Gloria, I know you looked at me when he said phone speaker. I would like to say on the record, I did not listen to this on my phone speaker. I jammed it on my way home from work.
Thank God. He always listens to like
not always
music. For interviews, he mainly listens to it on his phone speakers, and it pisses me off.
I'm doing shit. I'm not always in front of my computer, but I gotta listen to the music.
Man. Come on, man.
I get that. Maybe like, I guess like maybe the first initial, like because there's been times where like bands will put out a new song and I'm like really hyped to hear it. I'm like, God, I want to hear this like now. And I might be like doing something, or like not able to like listen through like proper speakers, but I'll just kind of like glance through it and just like put it up to my ear and just like listen real quick. And I'm like, oh, that sounds cool. Can't wait to listen to that later. But I'll obviously go back and listen to it on legit speakers.
Yeah. I always make sure to listen to it again. Like I literally did that with the new Fall Out Boy song this morning. I hadn't quite gotten out of bed yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this one should be super, super quick. Off the top of your head, I want you to describe this EP for new listeners in 3 words. No more, no less.
Ooh, okay. Personal,
Hmm.
energetic, maybe, and then like deep. But I don't know if that would align with personal, but just because like there's a lot of stuff in deep stuff like lyrically in
Yeah.
that. So I'll probably say just personal. Um, what was the other one I said? I was
Energetic. Yep.
energetic, yeah,
Mhm.
energetic, and then deep probably because
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
there's definitely some very very deep personal stuff in there. So
Yeah.
That's good.
That's perfect.
So in that same train of thought, is there a certain feeling or emotion you want listeners to have while going through the EP?
um, keeping just always keep an open mind. Just always keep an open mind. Just don't think that your way of thinking is the right way. Just always keep an open mind and just hear people out. You know.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely. So what is your favorite memory that you made while creating this EP?
Um, besides the actual recording process, it was kind of funny. Kevin and I went. We rented an Airbnb because like Nashville is maybe like 4 hour drive from us.
Mm.
We're like just north of Atlanta, but like it was like a 4 hour drive, and then him and I actually rented an Airbnb for the whole week or whatever, and him and I just stayed there and just like would chill at the Airbnb. But there was like this creek, and like I said, we had our photographer Garrett with us at the time, and Garrett did stay with us for a couple days. And there's this creek out in behind the Airbnb, and I remember it being kind of cold. Like it was pretty cold. It was probably like 40, 50 degrees, not like crazy, but like cold enough, way too cold to be getting in water.
Hmm.
But I was like, Garrett, like, and we were sitting around one night, just like bored, like after the studio, and we are like, let's shoot some stuff. Like, you want to shoot some stuff? And Garrett's like, yeah, let's do it. I was like, you down to get weird? And he's like, yeah, let's do it. And I was like, what if I went down to this creek and like you shot me like in the like actual creek at night, like in the river, like at night? And he was like, yeah, let's do it. So I just put on pants and like I put on pants and like it's really weird, but like I was just like, let's just do something weird, like after a while I'm bored. So I went down, like we went down to the creek and I didn't even put on a shirt. I just put on pants and I just got in this creek in the middle of the night, like, and it was like freezing, like, but like he just shot me down there. Like, it was cool. It was cool, like just like to do like a crazy random shoot in the middle of the river, like in pitch black. But like the pictures turned out really cool. But just like it was cool. Just I remember just I don't know, just like staying in that Airbnb with Kevin and Garrett, and it was funny too. Like Kevin brought his whole like workout equipment, and like we moved the furniture and just set it up in the middle of the living room. We were just working out like in the middle of the living room, but like there wasn't really where we were. Like we were like outside of Nashville, so there really wasn't much to do around where we were. I was just like, let's just work out and do some weird photo shoots. I don't know.
All right. That's pretty cool.
Crazy. I'm happy you guys didn't get sick, or at least you didn't get sick in that creek.
True. I told Kevin. I think I texted Kevin on while I was outside. And I was like, "Hey, just go ahead and have the hot water running, man."
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah.
So picture this: you're on tour. You're at a gas station for a rest stop. What is your snack of choice?
Oh God. I don't know if I could just pick one, but one would definitely be original Pringles.
Mm.
I love the OG Pringles. Like
Classic.
that's my thing. Yeah, original Pringles. And then maybe like for like a candy, I would go. I don't know if you guys have had them, but like I'm so obsessed with them. The Nerds balls.
Oh, nerds clusters.
Yes. Oh my.
Yes.
Yeah,
Hmm.
those are absolutely delicious. I love those. So yeah, probably those. And then if they have sweet tea, I'd take a sweet tea.
Hell yeah.
Good.
Sweet teas definitely go to.
grew up on that stuff. So yeah, I would say OG Pringles, maybe the Nerds Clusters. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Perfect. So on the topic of food, if the project was a dish, what dish would the project be and why?
Um, you guys are asking some really cool questions. Honestly, like throwing
Thank
me
you.
a curveball because so many people, like real quick, I won't dive into it, but like so many people just ask like this. Oh, sorry.
You're good.
Good. Okay.
Yeah.
So people just ask like the standard like cookie cutter questions, and like you guys are actually asking some cool stuff.
We ask what we want to hear the bands, actually answer because, as you said, a lot of the interviews are just like, what was writing?
Yeah.
Honestly,
How are you feeling? How's tour?
Probably have like answers like ready to go, because so yeah, so props for switching it up.
Thank you.
If the EP was a dish, what dish would it be?
The band.
Or
You
the
could also
band?
do EP.
Yeah.
Do a little two course.
In my I'll go with band.
Mm.
The band. Oh my gosh. I would say maybe like, okay, I got it. I would say like stir fry.
Ooh.
I would say like stir fry, just because we all like come from different backgrounds and stuff, and we're all like very different. But yeah, we blend together nicely, I guess. I don't know.
Hell yeah. I
Hell
love
yeah.
that.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So you have another band, Woe Is Me, recently reunited. What can fans expect from the band this year?
We have we did announce Blue Ridge. We're very stoked for that. That's definitely a festival I've wanted to play before. So the fact that we're able to play it, very excited. And the lineup just keeps getting like better and better. Like they've
It's
announced.
insane.
So that, and then there's one other festival, I can't say it because it's not announced yet. We are going to play another big festival, kind of like along the lines of like Blue Ridge kind of vibe. But that's going to be, I'll have to check when that's going to be announced, but hopefully soon. But yeah, we're confirmed for that, and then we haven't really, we've kind of like hinted at it and like said a couple things about it, but we have 2 songs that are done all instrumentally now. Hans and I just got to go record the vocals, so we're just waiting for our producer, Cameron. So Cameron is the producer who actually did all of the Woe Is Me stuff in the past. He did Numbers, Genesis. So he's responsible for all that, and it's cool like working with him again. So yeah, we're just waiting. He's been super slammed, so we're just waiting for him to like have an opening. So, and then Hans and I are going to go up there and just knock out vocals, and then we'll have 2 new songs ready to go. So hopefully within the next couple months we'll be able to release. And it's nice too, because we don't really have like, not knocking on anybody, but like it's nice not having like a label to like have to go through and be like, hey, when can we release this? Like once the songs are done, like, we'll do probably like a little bit of promotion. I don't know if we'll shoot a music video. We might. It just depends on timing. If we're able to. I'd love to personally, but it's just nice not having to go through management and label and be like, hey, like, can we put this out and go through all that bullshit. So like we can, once the songs are done, like we can actually set a date ourselves and go, hey, we want it then. So
hell yeah. That's very exciting.
I have 2 questions that you're probably not allowed to answer. Is there a full length coming? Is it, I mean, not full length, but are the 2 singles that you're working on leading up to anything bigger? And are you guys, I know you have the 2 festival dates, one that you can't say and the other one that's already announced, Blue Ridge. Should fans expect a tour anytime soon? Next year, I'm assuming. I'm not asking for anything this year, but just curiosity.
So here's the thing. I can definitely answer that. We're since we're not like on like a label or anything like that, like we're pretty open. Like we're pretty much open books. If we're like, we don't want to, since the festival's not announced, like we don't want to like we don't want to step on anybody's toes. Like we'll just wait for that to be. But like as far as like writing and like music, like we don't have to like there's no like secrets or anything like that. But I will say for now, like we're doing these two singles, and then we'll probably do maybe a couple more singles for
Mm.
now. We might not do a full length right away, but we just want to give people like we just want to like be consistent with like singles and stuff and putting those out. And like it's kind of tough because like people's the way the music industry is going now. I mean, so many bands will probably can like probably attest to this, but like people's attention spans are so just like shot, you
Mm-hmm.
know, like like you get a full length album, and then within 6 months, people are like, we want new music again. It's like,
Yep.
well, we 10, 12, 10, 11, 12 songs, but like, so we want to like be able to space that out and make it last and make it worthwhile. So we can go, hey, like, here's a single, maybe wait another month or two. Here's another single, wait another. We just want to make it last, like we don't want to go, hey, here's a full length. And then in 6 months, people go, we want more music.
Yep.
But I'm not saying that we're not going to do a full length. Just it's not in the plans right now. But it's definitely possible. And as far as touring, we're so we all have like full-time jobs now. So
Mm.
it's very weird. Like us, like we actually it's weird seeing us all like grow up and like, people are starting families and stuff, and like we got like full-time jobs and everything. And if the right tour came along, we would absolutely take it, but we just don't want to tour just to tour and like break even,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Yeah.
And not about the money or anything like that, but like we do have house payments, we have insurance we got to pay for, we got car payments, like, we can't go out, we can't leave our jobs for a month and a half, and then come back with like $500,
To split across
Yeah.
all of you guys.
not gonna cut it,
Yeah.
but if the right tour and the right offer came along, we would absolutely take it, no problem. But we're not gonna just accept tours to go play for like 50 people a night.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Completely understand.
you know but
Yeah.
but yeah, we want to do having said that, we do want to play some more festivals, and we want to do some like weekend shows. So we do have plans to book some like shows in like some different states, like do some like weekend dates and stuff. So
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Nice.
Sounds awesome. So actually, on the topic of "Woe Is Me," what
Mhm.
inspired you guys to reunite?
We just got a sorry, give me 2 seconds. So we just got this so basically Mike Zemer, who does like South by,
Mhm.
he's got a close friend. I'll have to text him. Oh, I feel so bad. That I cannot remember his name. I feel
You're
so
good.
bad. But anyways, he basically reached out to us, and he so here's how it kind of went. He reached out to Hans, and he goes, "Hey man, I'm looking to put together a festival, um, and I wanted to see what it would take to get Woe Is Me to play a show." And Hans's response pretty much was just like, "Yeah, dude, not a chance. like not happening. Like you're out of your mind." Um, and he was like, "No." He came back and pretty much was like, "No, seriously. Like we're very serious about this. We're not. It's not a joke or anything like that. Like we want to like see what it would actually take to get What Was Me back together." And Hans is just like, dude, it would take a lot. He's like, I haven't even talked to some of these guys in years. I don't know what they're doing. Like he's like, I don't know where everybody even is at. Like, um, and basically he came back and said like, hey, look, we're willing to pay. Like, we'll like we'll accommodate, and we just wanted to see if it was even like a possibility. And Hans is like, all right, let me make some phone calls. So Hans calls me, and he's like, hey man, so there's a promoter out in Texas that wants to get What Was Me back together and reunite. And I was just like, you're shitting me. Oh, no way. I was like, shut up. He's like, no, it's serious. It's like they're very serious about it and everything. And I was just like, all right, well, let me make some phone calls. And I was like, I didn't even have like a couple people's numbers or anything, like, like there's a couple guys that I didn't even have their numbers anymore. Like I didn't know what they were doing, where they were living, but anyways, Hans and I split it up. He was like, you call blah 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 blah, and I'll call blah 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 blah. So I made some phone calls. I called Corey, and I think I called Ben. And they were like, oh my God, they're like, wow, first of all, good to hear from you. And like, second of all, like I never thought that this would be why you were calling. So everybody pretty much was on board pretty quickly, surprisingly. And I didn't know if there was still any like bad blood there because, I hadn't been a part of the band, I moved on to like Issues. And so I hadn't been like, I wasn't obviously in the band when they actually called it a day. So I didn't know if there was like still bad blood there or anything like that. But everybody was pretty quickly on board. And so anyways, the fact that everybody was on board, we went back to the promoter and was like, all right, I guess everybody's on board. And then Austin, Kevin, myself, and Hans went and got dinner one night. And that was like the first time I had seen Austin in years, which was like crazy. It was just like, man, weird. I cannot believe we were, it was just very surreal that we were actually meeting up for dinner after like almost 10 years, like members of Woe Is Me. I was like, what is happening? Like, I was like, what? I never in a million years would have thought that like we would even be in the same room together again. And here we are getting dinner and, talking about, Woe Is Me stuff. So after that, they basically, they sent us the offer, we accepted, and we went out there and played the show. And then I think initially the goal was maybe like, hey, we're gonna play one show, and then one last show, we'll make some people happy, like people will come see us, whatever, like play like one last show. That'll be it. We'll just be one and done. Well, when we announced it, like people just lost their minds, and I didn't know if people even still would want to see us after this long, And but people, like, the reaction was just very, very humbling. I was very shocked by it. And then my mom even called me and she was like, hey, because I didn't even tell her. My mom calls me and she sees it and she goes, what is this I see about Woe Is Me, like getting back together? She's like, why the hell didn't you tell me? And I was just like, well, like, yeah, we're playing a show. And she's like, my mom even said, she's like, you're not going to be able to play one show. She's like, people are going to be mad.
Yeah.
She's like, people are going to be pissed if you just play one show and you're done. She's like, and yeah, like just the reaction was just very humbling, and we were all texting each other. We were just like in shock that like people still cared this much. Just did not expect it, and very, very, very grateful and humbling to see that people like still care this much about the band, and it's just cool to see. So that's kind of how it happened.
That's awesome, so and it's hilarious to me that Mike Zemer is the one that got you guys back together.
Yeah, Mike Zemer, and then oh my God, I wish I could remember his name. Oh my God, is it? Oh man, I feel so bad.
It's okay.
I'm so sorry.
He knows who he is.
Yes. Yeah. So, but yeah, that's kind of how it happened. And then we announced, like, we're like, all right, so let's at least after that we were like, let's at least do an Atlanta date, like a hometown show. And then we did the show with Left to Suffer, and that was a lot of fun because those are hometown guys too. So it was cool, like, and it was cool to see a bunch of friends and homies come out in, like, the hometown, and a lot of people I hadn't seen in years. So cool.
Oh yeah. So for the last couple questions, we're going to shift completely away from music and go straight to death row.
Boom.
So if you're on death row, what would your last meal be with drink?
Probably, can I do a dessert too?
Yeah. Of course.
All right, deal. So I would probably do, so there's this place called in Atlanta area called Rumi's Kitchen, and they have these, like, it's like Persian food, and it's called or they have like like kebabs and stuff, like chicken kebabs and like with like saffron rice.
Yeah.
And oh my God, it's like the best chicken I've ever had in my entire life. And like the way it's seasoned is so good. And then like the saffron, right? Like I love like saffron, like the seasoning, like it's so good.
So
They do like saffron with like butter on the rice and everything. And I'm just like, oh my God. But I'll probably order a meal from there, or like at least request a meal from Rumi's Kitchen, kebab, like a chicken kebab and saffron rice. And then like maybe for dessert, I'll probably do God, I'll probably do like some sort of like cheesecake. But not like a basic cheesecake. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I'd probably do like I'll probably do like I don't know, something really good. Maybe like I don't know, like a cookie dough cheesecake or something like that. I don't know. Like an Oreo cheesecake, something like that. Yeah.
sounds delicious.
Yeah.
So, if you could live in one fictional world for a week, where would you live?
Fictional world? Ooh. I love this question. Wow. I mean, I don't. Oh God, I don't want to sound like cliche or anything like that, but like honestly, it would probably either be between like Harry Potter or um Harry Potter or maybe like Star Wars.
Oh, okay. And
One of the
speaking of Harry Potter, what house are you?
um I don't know. I've to be honest, I've taken those like quizzes, a bunch of
Yeah.
different quizzes, and I get like a different one like every single time. So I don't really know which one I would fall into the most. Uh, definitely not Hufflepuff. Um, are you Hufflepuff?
I'm Hufflepuff. It's okay though. It's fine.
Well, hey, well, you're a genius. So
That's Ravenclaw.
Ravenclaw, damn it.
It's okay. I don't know. All we have is like I think it's like just kindness.
Okay.
So yeah.
Yeah, so Ravenclaw, yeah, I meant that one. Yeah, that would not be the one that I would be in at all. Ravenclaw. Maybe it would probably either be. I know they're polar opposites, but like, there's like, I mean, I think there's like definitely. I don't know. It would be. I know they're polar opposites. This probably doesn't make any sense, but like, I definitely have characteristics of both like Gryffindor um and Slytherin. So I don't know. But every time I take those freaking quizzes, I've taken them like a few times, and every time it's just something different. So I don't know. But yeah,
That's cool.
Sorting.
I like the whole like. I don't know if you guys have you guys been to I'm gonna go off on a tangent, but like, have you guys been to like Harry Potter World or anything like that?
I want to so bad.
It's mind blowing because like you can go in, like the fact that you actually can go into Hogwarts, like the castle, is so cool. And there's like a ride in there, and you're walking through like Hogwarts, and you see all the stairs and like the pictures, and like the people are talking to you, like and everything. And it's just like so freaking cool. And there's a ride inside the castle, and like, just being. I think if I could do like, yeah, if I could spend like what was it like 24 hours
A week?
or a week. Okay, yeah, a week. That's even better. I love that. If I could do a week in like a fictional world, it would probably maybe like maybe Harry Potter over Star Wars, but it's just I just think that would be so freaking cool. The whole concept and everything is just like so cool, and just like especially going to like witnessing like Harry Potter world, it's just like it's so freaking cool. I don't know. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. I agree.
So I have the one of asking the last question, and every single person that we've spoken to have said that it is the most important question. What's your favorite color?
Oh my gosh. I'm gonna sound so lame. Just probably black, honestly.
That's fair.
Like I know so many people probably say that. But yeah, black. It's just easy and just like it goes with everything. So it's a solid ass color, honestly.
We'll take it.
So as I said, that's all the questions we have today. Is there anything that you would like to plug?
Um, Not off the top of my head. We like I said, like we do have new music coming. And that in itself is kind of wild and crazy to me. Just the fact that Woe Is Me's coming out with new music in 2023. Even being a part of it, I still am just like, I can't believe we're actually putting music out. But yeah, so we will have new music out this year. We hope to get we're working on getting more dates booked and everything. So we hope to see you guys very soon. And we really hope that you guys enjoy these first couple singles.
Hell yeah.
So, yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, Snell. That's been Michael from the Villa and Woe Is Me, and we have been the Good Noise Podcast.